Let's chat it up with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some sweet relics or a boost for our next run. Plus, who doesn't love a good gossip session with a mystical being? Oh man, enemies with 1 HP? That's like playing on easy mode. Let's breeze through these next 3 combats with style. Let's start by taking on this monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to crush some enemies. Time to say goodbye to the jawworm with a swift strike. Adios, little buddy. Oh man, Bane is like the Batman of cards. It deals a solid amount of damage for just 1 energy. Let's add some darkness to our deck with this one. Let's take on the monster node because I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show off my skills in battle. Time to finish off this cultist with a bang. Let's show them who's boss with a powerful strike. Oh man, Noxious Fumes is like having a stink bomb in your deck that keeps on giving. It's gonna slowly chip away at those enemies while I focus on other stuff. Definitely adding this to my deck. Let's pray and remove a card from our deck. Who needs extra HP anyway, right? Let's make our deck lean and mean. Let's keep the party going and hit that continue button. We're on a roll, and ain't nobody gonna stop us now. Who needs regrets when you have gold, am I right? Let's take the 275 gold and embrace the curse like a champ. Let's go fight that monster and show it who's boss. Plus, I could use some more gold to buy cool stuff at the shop later. Let's just let the poison do the work for us. Sit back and watch those slimes slowly melt away. Time to throw some slime off balance with a sneaky strike. Let's make sure that big slime doesn't hit too hard next turn. Hi, what's up? Well, just here, slaying some spires and having a blast. Let's ditch a card and get some extra defense. Gotta protect that HP bar like it's my precious. These slimy enemies are no match for my defensive skills. Time to beef up my defenses with this card. This slimy dude is going down with a dose of Bane. Hey, Caltrops is a sneaky little card that deals damage back to enemies when they attack you. It's like a little thorn in their side. Let's add it to the deck. Let's smack that cultist with some Bane. Gotta take down the big guy first. Time to show that slime who's boss. Gotta get rid of it before it starts multiplying or something. This slime is getting a little too aggressive for my liking, so I'm going to throw some sand in its eyes with neutralize. This is a no-brainer. Gotta set up that sweet passive damage with caltrops. Let's just let the poison do the work for us. Sit back and watch the enemies slowly wither away. Time to put up my shield and play it safe. Gotta protect this precious HP pool of mine. This cultist is getting on my nerves with its ritual power, so I'm gonna smack it with a strike to shut it up. This cultist hits hard, so let's take away some of its bite with a little debuff. Let's smack that slimy dude with a strike card and get rid of it before it causes more trouble. This acid slime needs to go down fast before it starts stacking up that poison on me, so let's hit it hard with a strike. Time to beef up my defenses and show these monsters who's boss. I'm going to play this card because it's the best option. These cultists are hitting hard. Gotta beef up my defenses to survive. Oh man, acrobatics is perfect for cycling through my deck and finding those key cards. Plus, it only costs 1 energy. Let's take on the monster node because I'm feeling pumped up and ready to kick some butt. Plus, I could use the extra gold and loot. Let's just let the poison do the work for us, sit back, and watch the enemy slowly wither away. I'm just gonna throw up some defenses real quick. Gotta protect myself from that slaver's next attack. You know? This slaver is about to hit me hard, so I better put up my defenses and brace for impact. This slaver dude hits hard, so I'm going to take away some of his bite with this sneaky move. This card lets me dig deeper into my deck for something good, like a potion or a powerful attack. Let's see what we can find. Let's smack that slaver with some Bane. Gotta take it down quickly. Let's do some acrobatics and flip through the deck to find the perfect move to crush this slaver. Let's play this card to gain some block and mitigate the incoming damage. This slaver is hitting hard, so I'm going to take away some of its bite with Neutralize. I'm throwing up my defenses like a pro to block that slaver's incoming damage. Can't touch this. Time to smack that slaver with a good old strike. Let's show him who's boss. Oh man, Terror is a must-have in any poison deck. It's going to make those enemies regret crossing paths with me. Let's take out that big boy first. Gotta soften him up for the next turn. Let's set up a little poison party for those fungi beasts with some noxious fumes. Time to give that fungi beast a taste of my powerful strike. Let's knock it out of the park. This card is like setting up a little trap for those monsters. They won't know what hit them. Time to throw up some defenses and show these fungi beasts that I'm not an easy target. I need more options, so let's do some acrobatics and see what we can find in our deck. Let's make this fungi beast regret ever crossing paths with me by slapping on some serious vulnerable. Time to smack that fungi beast with a good old strike and show it who's boss. Let's take out that fungi beast with a big hit from Bane. It's the most efficient way to deal damage right now. Alright, let's add some more damage to our deck with Dagger Throw. Plus, it lets us discard a card for some extra utility. Can't go wrong with that. Let's grab that treasure. Maybe there's a shiny new relic waiting for us. Plus, who doesn't love a little extra gold? Let's smack that little slime with the strike card and clear the way for the bigger threats. Let's spook the acid slimes with some terror, make it regret sliming around here. Well, looks like I got absolutely destroyed in Slay the Spire. Time to blame it on RNG and try again tomorrow. Let's talk to Neo and see what she has to say. Maybe she'll give us some sweet rewards or a fun challenge to spice things up. Who needs gold when you can have a rare relic? Let's lose all that shiny stuff and see what cool relic we get. Let's start by taking on this monster. Gotta warm up before facing the tougher challenges ahead, you know? Let's smack that jawworm with a strike card to show it who's boss. This big bash is going to make that jawworm regret messing with me. Time to give that jawworm a taste of my powerful strike card and show it who's boss. Let's smash that jawworm with a bash. Vulnerable debuff plus big damage is quick victory. Hey, this card is pretty cool. I can weaken the enemy and make them do less damage. Plus, it only costs 1 energy. Let's add some strategy to this deck. Let's go for the question mark node. Who knows, maybe I'll find some cool loot or a helpful event. Let's hit that play button like it's a pinata at a birthday party. Time to see what surprises await us in this Wheel of Change event. Let's spin that wheel and see where it takes us. I'm feeling lucky today, so let's go for it. Oh, heck yeah. I'm definitely going for that. Heal to full health. I need all the health I can get to slay these spire baddies. Plus, who doesn't love a good full health boost? Am I right? Let's smack that cultist with a bash and make it regret crossing paths with Algoria. Let's make this cultist swing like a wet noodle by taking away some of their strength. Time to show this cultist who's boss with a good old strike to the face. Time to smack that cultist with a good old strike card. Let's show them who's boss. Let's smack that cultist with a good old strike to show it who's boss. Time to show this cultist who's boss with a good old strike to the face. This cultist is getting on my nerves. Time to show them who's boss with a good old strike. Let's go with Clothesline. It deals decent damage and applies weak, which is always helpful in reducing enemy attack power. Let's go for the question mark node. Who knows, maybe we'll find some cool loot or a helpful event. Let's give that spike slime a good old bash and make it regret sliming around here. Let's make that slimy enemy a bit weaker so it can't hurt us as much. Time to take away its muscles. This slime is about to get squished by my powerful strikes. Time to say goodbye to that slimy foe with a good old strike card. Oh man, Flame Barrier is like having a fiery shield. It gives me block and burns the enemy when they dare to attack me. Gotta take this for some spicy defense. Hey, we're not looking too hot right now with our HP below half. Let's take a breather and rest to heal up 30% of our max HP. We don't want to risk getting knocked out in the next fight, right? Let's go check out the question mark node. Who knows what kind of cool stuff we'll find there? Maybe a new relic or some extra gold. Let's grab that special relic and become cursed, Pain. Who needs a little extra challenge, right? Plus pain is just a state of mind, right? Right? Right. I'm feeling a bit tired, so I'll take a rest at the campfire node. Plus, I could use the extra HP before facing the elite. Let's hit the smithy and upgrade a card. We're feeling strong and ready to crush some enemies with our souped-up deck. Let's upgrade Flame Barrier, because who doesn't love setting things on fire while also protecting yourself? It's like a fiery shield of awesomeness. Let's grab that treasure. I'm feeling lucky today. Who knows what shiny loot awaits me? Let's hit the smithy and upgrade a card. We're feeling strong and ready to crush some enemies. Let's upgrade Bash, because who doesn't love a good bash with some extra vulnerability sprinkled on top? Time to bring the pain. This is perfect for setting up a strong defense, while also dealing some damage back to those pesky monsters. It's like hitting them with a no-you card. I'm gonna smack that annoying louse with Clothesline Plus and weaken its attacks. Let's smack that louse with a good old strike to get closer to victory. I'm gonna pop that Flame Barrier Plus to show this louse that attacking me comes with consequences, like a fiery slapback. I'm gonna smash that little louse with a big hit to clear the way for victory. Let's spice things up with Havoc. Playing the top card of the draw pile can lead to some unexpected combos and fun moments. Plus, it only costs 1 energy, so why not give it a shot? I'm gonna pop that Flame Barrier Plus to show those monsters that they can't touch me without getting burned. This looter guy looks like he hits hard, so let's take away some of his muscle with Disarm. Let's smack that looter with some clothesline action and make it easier to handle its attacks. This looter is getting on my nerves with its thievery, so I'm gonna smack it with a good old strike to teach it a lesson. Let's give that looter a taste of its own medicine with some vulnerable and a big hit. This looter is going down with a powerful strike. This little bug is hanging on by a thread. Time to squash it with a big hit. Ooh, ghostly armor is like having a ghostly shield to protect me. Plus, it's only 1 energy for 10 block, so I'm definitely adding this to my deck. Time to show this slimy fella who's boss with a big hit from strike plus. I'm gonna pop this flame barrier plus to show that slime who's boss and protect myself at the same time. Let's take the edge off this slimy fella's punches by making it a bit weaker. It's like giving it a taste of its own medicine, but in a friendly way. This slime is about to get a fashion makeover with some weakness and a good old smack. Let's slap on some ghostly armor to protect ourselves from those slimy attacks. Let's smack that slimy dude with a big hit and show them who's boss. Let's slap on that flame barrier plus to protect ourselves and roast those slimes at the same time. Time to smack that slimy monster with a good old strike card and show it who's boss. Time to put up my flame barrier plus. Gotta protect myself and hit back when they try to hit me. Let's see them try to break through this. Let's slap on some ghostly armor and be like, "You can't touch this." This acid slime is going down. Time to bash it with some extra damage and vulnerability. Let's smack that slimy monster with a big hit and show it who's boss. Hey, this card is great for some defense and card draw. Can't go wrong with that combo. Let's smack that wizard with a stronger punch. Gotta take out the big baddie first. This little guy needs a good whack, so I'm gonna hit him with a strike and show him who's boss. Let's just shrug off those attacks and see what else we can draw. Gotta keep the energy up. This is the perfect card to play right now. It's like putting up a fiery shield and saying, "Come at me, bro." Let's give that sneaky gremlin a taste of our striking power and show it who's boss. Let's put up a fiery shield with Flame Barrier Plus and watch those attacks bounce back like a boss. Let's make this wizard a little less magical, shall we? Time to nerf their spells. Let's throw up some block and make these gremlins' attacks feel like tickles. This little gremlin is going down. Let's bash it up and show it who's boss. Let's play Shrug It Off Plus for that I'm going. Let's set up a fiery shield to protect ourselves and give those monsters a taste of their own medicine when they try to hit us. Oh man, Uppercut is a beast of a card. It deals a solid 13 damage, applies weak and vulnerable. It's like hitting your enemies with a 1-2 punch and then some. Definitely adding this to my deck. Let's take a rest here and heal up before we face the next challenge. Gotta make sure we're at our best. Hey there, Algoria. You're a bit low on health right now, so it's probably a good idea to rest and heal up 30% of your max HP. We don't want you getting knocked out in the next battle, do we? Let's smack this fiery ghost with an uppercluss. We gotta weaken it and make it vulnerable to our attacks. Easy peasy. This fiery ghost is no match for my strikes. Let's burn it down. Time to set myself on fire, but in a good way. This card not only protects me, but also punishes those who dare to hit me. I'm feeling a bit lazy to strategize too much, so I'll just play Shrug It Off to block some damage and maybe draw something cool. Time to hit the Hexaghost with a powerful uppercut and make it regret messing with me. This ghost is throwing some serious fireballs at me, so I better put up my shield and block that heat. This is going to be fun. Let's see what surprise card we get from the draw pile with Havoc Plus. Let's set ourselves on fire, but in a good way. This card will help us block incoming damage and hit back at the enemy. Win-win. This fiery ghost is no match for my powerful strikes. Let's show it who's boss with this attack. Time to bash the Hexaghost with some extra damage and vulnerable. Let's take it down in style. Let's shrug off that damage and draw a card. Gotta keep our options open, you know? Let's smack that fiery ghost with a good old strike plus to bring it closer to defeat. Gotta protect myself from that fiery Hexaghost. Can't let those flames get too close. Drawing a card and gaining block, multitasking at its finest. This card could be a game changer, or it could totally backfire. Let's roll the dice and see what we get. Let's give this fiery ghost a taste of its own medicine with a big bash and some extra vulnerability. Let's just shrug off the damage and draw a card. Maybe we'll get something good. Let's smack this fiery ghost with some clothesline action and make it feel weak and feeble. Oh man, demon form is like the ultimate power-up. It gives me 2 strength every turn. I can feel the power coursing through my virtual veins, definitely adding this to my deck. Oh man, Runic Dome sounds cool. I get an extra energy each turn, but I can't see enemy intents. Who needs to know what the enemy is planning anyway? Let's go with this relic and keep the energy flowing. Let's start by taking on the monster at node 0. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to slay some enemies. This card is going to make me buff and tough like a demon, ready to smash through anything that comes my way. I'm going to play this card because it's the best option. This chosen dude is hitting hard, so I'm going to smack him with clothesline and make him feel a bit weaker. Let's see if he can handle my moves. Let's smack this chosen with an uppercut, weaken it, make it vulnerable, and set ourselves up for a knockout punch next turn. Let's roll the dice and see what card we get from the draw pile. Who knows, maybe it'll be something epic. I'm just going to slap down this defend card to protect myself from the chosen's attacks. Can't let them hurt me too much. Gotta keep my HP high. Let's just shrug off the damage and draw into something good. Can't go wrong with a little extra defense and card draw. This Flame Barrier Plus is like putting on a fiery shield, ready to roast anyone who dares to touch me. Oh man, Clash is such a risky card, but when it works, it's so satisfying. I love the challenge of trying to build a deck around it. Let's go for it. Let's go for Carnage. It's a high damage attack that can help us take down tough enemies quickly. Plus, it's ethereal, so we don't have to worry about it clogging up our deck if we can't play it right away. Let's go for Sever Soul. It's a great way to clear out non-attack cards in our hand and deal a solid 16 damage. Plus, it's always satisfying to see those big numbers pop up on screen. Let's go with brutality. Who needs HP when you can draw more cards, right? Plus, it's free to play, so why not add a little chaos to our deck? Let's grab armaments. It gives us some block and upgrades a card in our hand for the rest of combat. Upgraded cards are like the fancy version of regular cards, so why not make our deck a little fancier? Let's grab the Havoc card. It's always fun to play the top card of your draw pile and see what surprise you get. Plus, it's only 1 gold, so why not add a little chaos to our deck? Alright, time to bring down the hammer with Carnage Plus and show these birds who's boss. Let's smack that bird with Uppercut and make it regret ever crossing paths with us. Let's put up a fiery shield with Flame Barrier Plus and watch those birds regret attacking me. Let's give that bird a taste of our Bash Plus. Time to show it who's boss with some extra damage and vulnerable debuff. This is a no-brainer. Armaments is the way to go. It's like getting a free upgrade while also getting some extra defense. Can't pass that up. This bird is not going to fly away after I hit it with my Strike Plus. Let's give that bird a taste of its own medicine and make it squawk a little softer with this Disarm card. I'm gonna slap down that Defend Plus card like a shield and brace myself for the bird's attack. Ain't no bird gonna peck me today. These birds are pecking at me like crazy. Gotta shield up to survive their attacks. This bird is looking to peck me to death, but I'm not about to let that happen. Time to put up my defenses and show this bird who's boss. Let's grab Warcry. Drawing a card and putting another one on top of the draw pile can set up some nice combos for later. Plus, it's free to play. Oh, we're at a Knowing Skull event? Spooky. Let's keep the mystery going and see what happens next. Let's go for the colorless card. Who needs HP when you can have a cool new card to play with, am I right? Time to spice things up a bit. Oh, a colorless card sounds mysterious and exciting, plus losing 7 HP is just a small price to pay for a chance at something cool. Let's go for it. Let's go for the colorless card. Who needs HP when you can have a cool new card to play with, right? YOLO! Let's go for the colorless card. Who needs HP when you can have cool new cards, right? Plus, it's more fun this way, living life on the edge. Oh man, I can't resist a colorless card, even if it means losing some HP. Gotta spice up my deck with some randomness. Let's go for the colorless card. Who needs HP when you can have cool cards, right? YOLO. Let's go for the colorless card. Who needs HP when you can have cool new cards, right? YOLO. Well, looks like I got absolutely destroyed in Slay the Spire, but hey, at least I had a blast, failing spectacularly. Time to brush it off and try again next time. Let's go for some chit-chat with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some good luck for the rest of the run. Plus, who doesn't love a good gossip session during a card game? Enemies in my next 3 combats have 1 HP. That's like playing on easy mode. I'll breeze through those fights without breaking a sweat. Bring it on, Neo. Let's start this off with a bang and take on the first monster. Gotta warm up those card-playing muscles. Let's smash that slimy little acid slime with a bash. It's gonna regret crossing paths with me. This slime is on its last legs. Time to finish it off with a bang. Rampage is like that one friend who starts off a bit weak but gets stronger and stronger as the night goes on. Let's add some chaos to this deck with Rampage. Time to ramp up the damage with Rampage and take out that cultist in style. Let's get a little crazy and lose some HP to gain extra energy. YOLO, right? Time to say goodbye to the Jawworm with a swift strike. Adios, little buddy. Oh man, Heavy Blade is a beast of a card. It deals a ton of damage and gets even stronger with your strength. Definitely adding this to my deck for some big hits. Gold, gold, gold. Who needs prayers when you can have shiny coins instead? Let's go for the gold, baby. Let's hit up the shop and see if they have any cool relics or cards for sale. Maybe I can treat myself to something nice. I'm all about that gold, baby. Hand of Greed not only deals a solid 20 damage, but if it's the final blow, we get a sweet 20 gold bonus. Cha-ching! Let's get our upgrade on. We're feeling strong and ready to take on the challenges ahead. Time to make our deck even more powerful with some sweet card upgrades. Let's upgrade Heavy Blade because we want to hit hard and make our enemies regret crossing paths with us. Plus, the more strength we have, the more damage this bad boy will do. Let's turn it into a real powerhouse. Let's smack that slaver with Rampage and watch its damage stack up like a tower of pancakes. Let's lose a bit of HP to gain some energy. Gotta keep the momentum going. This slaver is going down. Time to show them who's boss with a big hit. Just gonna slap this defend down to protect myself a bit. Gotta stay alive to slay more spires. Time to beef up my defenses and show this slaver who's boss. Time to flex my muscles and show this slaver who's boss with a heavy hit from Heavy Blade Plus. Oh man, this card is perfect for my deck. It deals extra damage for every strike card I have, and I already have a bunch of those. Let's go for it. Oh man, we're kind of beat up right now. Let's take a breather and rest to heal 30% of our max HP. We gotta make sure we're in tip-top shape for the challenges ahead. Let's grab that treasure. Maybe there's a shiny new relic waiting for us. Let's hit the forge and upgrade a card. We're feeling strong and ready to kick some butt in the next battles. Plus, who doesn't love a shiny new upgraded card to show off to our enemies? Time to flex those card upgrading muscles. Let's upgrade Perfected Strike, because it's like the ultimate power-up for all your strike cards. It's like giving them a double espresso shot with a side of extra damage. Let's go for the rummage option and get that special relic. Sure, we might become cursed with pain, but hey, pain is just weakness leaving the body, right? Plus, who doesn't love a little challenge in their life? Bring it on, Ominous Forge. Time to show this slaver what a real strike looks like with my Perfected Strike Plus. Let's smack that slaver with a big hit to bring it closer to defeat. Time to flex my muscles and smash that slaver with a heavy blade plus. Oh man, Dark Embrace is such a cool power card. Drawing a card whenever something gets exhausted? Yes, please. Let's add some more card draw to this deck. Time to show Lagavulin who's boss with this big hit. Time to smack Lagavulin with a big hit. Let's show this monster who's boss. This is a classic move. Gotta defend myself before I can go on the offensive. Lagavulin is looking pretty angry over there, so I better brace myself with some extra defense. This is going to be epic. I'm going to slam down this Heavy Blade Plus and watch that Lagavulin monster feel the pain. This big guy needs a little tickle, so I'm going to throw Strike his way and see how he likes it. Let's smack Lagavulin with Rampage and watch that damage stack up. Time to show Lagavulin who's boss with this big hit. This big bad Lagavulin needs a taste of my powerful strikes. Let's show him what we're made of. Let's show Lagavulin the power of my perfected strikes. Time to bring the pain. Let's smack that Lagavulin with Rampage Plus and watch its damage stack up like a tower of pancakes. Oh man, Evolve is such a cool power card. It lets me draw extra cards whenever I draw a status card. Gotta keep the card draw going in this deck. Let's just keep the game going. I'm on a roll here, and I can't stop now. Time to slay some more spires. Oh man, I am totally gonna take that blood for blood and store a card. I mean, who doesn't want some extra blood for blood, am I right? Let's get that sweet deal. Hey there, Algoria here. We're kind of beat up right now with only 34 out of 80 HP, so let's take a chill pill and rest to heal 30% of our max HP. We'll be back in tip-top shape in no time. Whoa, Carnage is a beast of a card. It deals a whopping 20 damage, and it's ethereal, so it disappears after use. Definitely adding this to my deck. Time to throw some punches at that fiery ghost and show it who's boss. This fiery ghost is no match for my quick strikes. Let's show him who's boss with a good old punch to the face. Time to show this fiery ghost who's boss with a perfectly executed strike. Time to bring down the hammer with this Heavy Blade Plus and show this fiery ghost who's boss. Time to give that fiery ghost a taste of my strikes. Let's bring the heat. Let's smack that fiery ghost with a Bash Plus to make it feel the burn even more. I'm feeling a bit low on energy, so I'll just take a little bloodletting to get that boost I need to keep the party going. I'm just gonna slap down these defends to build up my block and make sure I don't get roasted by the Hexaghost's attacks. This is a no-brainer. Gotta defend myself from that fiery ghost's wrath with some extra block. Let's smack that fiery ghost with some blood for blood. It's gonna hurt. Let's smack that fiery ghost with some Rampage Plus action and watch the damage stack up. Time to put up my shield and block those fiery attacks. Can't let the Hexaghost roast me just yet. Time to give that fiery Hexaghost a taste of my powerful strike card. Let's see if it can handle this heat. Well, I guess I'll just blame it on my bad luck and lack of skill. But hey, at least I had fun failing spectacularly. Let's chat it up with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some sweet relics or a cool event. Plus, who doesn't love a good chat session in the middle of a run? Take 24 damage to get a random rare relic? Pfft, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'll take that risk for some shiny loot. Let's take on the first monster node, because I'm feeling pumped up and ready to crush some enemies. Time to bash the cultist and make it regret crossing paths with me. Time to give that cultist a taste of my power with a good old strike. I need to beef up my defenses before the cultist hits me with its next attack. Safety first, right? Time to show this cultist who's boss and smack it with a strike card. Hey, who doesn't love drawing cards? Plus, gaining some block is always handy. Let's shrug it off and add this to the deck. Let's go for Perfected Strike. We already have a bunch of strike cards in our deck, so this will pack a punch with the extra damage for each strike card we have. Time to strike fear into our enemies. Let's go for the Twin Strike. We need some more damage output, and hitting twice for 5 damage each sounds like a solid plan. Plus, it's only 1 cost, so we can fit it in easily. Let's hit up that question mark node. Maybe we'll find some cool loot or a helpful event. Plus, who doesn't love a good mystery? I'm gonna flex my muscles and draw a card with Shrug It Off to show those louses who's boss. Let's give that louse a good old bash and make it regret crawling into this fight. Let's give that louse a good whack with the strike card to move closer to victory. This little louse is about to feel the wrath of my mighty strike. Let's show it who's boss. Let's smack that bug with a supercharged strike, extra damage for the win. Oh man, fire breathing is like having a mini AoE attack every time you draw a status or curse card. It's like setting your enemies on fire just by existing. So cool. Let's add it to the deck. Let's smack that slimy acid slime with a good old strike to get rid of it fast. Let's set these slimes on fire with some spicy breath. This slime is going down faster than a hot knife through butter with this move. Oh man, I love getting that extra energy boost with seeing red. It's like a shot of espresso for my deck. Let's go. Let's go for the question mark node. Who knows, maybe we'll find some cool loot or a helpful event. I'm feeling a bit lazy to deal with the gremlin knob's attacks, so I'll just shrug it off and draw a card for good measure. Let's juice up with some energy before we go ham on these monsters. Time to smack that gremlin knob with a good old strike card. Let's show it who's boss. This is a no-brainer, gotta protect myself with some block. Let's hit the big bad gremlin knob with some double trouble strikes and show him who's boss. Let's set these gremlin knobs on fire with some spicy breath attacks. Let's smack that gremlin knob with a strike card and show it who's boss. Let's shrug off the damage and draw a card. Maybe we'll get lucky with a powerful card draw for the next turn. Let's smack the gremlin knob with bash to make it easier to take down later. Let's go for bloodletting. Losing a bit of HP for extra energy is totally worth it. Plus, it's free to play, so why not add some more energy to our arsenal? Hey there, we're a bit beat up right now, so let's take a breather and rest to heal 30% of our max HP. We'll be back in tip-top shape in no time. Let's go for the question mark node because I'm feeling lucky today. Maybe I'll get a cool relic or event. This card is a great way to deal damage to all enemies at once, which is always satisfying to see. Let's give this slaver a taste of my strength with a good old strike to the face. Let's just throw up some defenses and chill for a bit, you know? Can't be taking too many hits out here. Let's show this slaver what we're made of with a powerful strike that gets stronger with every strike card in my deck. Alright, time to shrug off the impending damage and draw a card. Gotta stay one step ahead of this slaver. I'm feeling a bit low on energy, so let's lose some HP and gain that sweet, sweet energy boost. Let's smack this slaver with a bash and make it regret messing with us. Time to give that slaver a taste of my power with a good old strike. These slavers hit hard. Gotta make sure I don't take unnecessary damage. Playing it safe with some defense. Time to beef up my defenses and tank those hits like a pro. Let's lose a bit of HP to gain some energy and unleash a flurry of attacks on this slaver. Let's add Clothesline to the deck. It deals decent damage and applies weak, which is always handy for reducing enemy damage output. I'm feeling lucky today. Let's go for the treasure and see what shiny loot awaits us. Let's reach inside and see what we find. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and snag a cool relic along the way. Plus, a little HP loss never hurt anyone, right? Let's smack that slimy boy twice with some double damage action. Let's smack that slimy dude with a good old strike to speed things up. Let's take a little bloodletting break, lose some HP, but gain some energy to keep the momentum going. This slime is looking a bit weak, so I'm going to smack it with a good old strike to finish it off. All right, time to throw up some defenses and tank those hits like a pro. Let's juice up with some energy so we can go ham on these monsters. This acid slime M is looking pretty slimy, so I'm going to hit it with a strike and see if we can melt it away. Time to smack that slaver with a big hit. Let's show them who's boss. This is going to be a perfect strike. Let's show that slaver who's boss with this big damage. Let's smack that slimy dude with a strike to get rid of it and move on to the next enemy. Let's lose a bit of HP to gain some energy and really go ham on these enemies this turn. Let's smack this slaver with a good old strike card and show it who's boss. This slaver is going down. Time to show it who's boss with a good old strike. Time to put up my defenses and show this slaver that I'm not an easy target. This is going to be epic. I'm going to unleash the power of my affected strike and crush that slaver with all my strike cards. I'm all about that defense, baby. Gain 8 block and draw a card? Yes, please. Plus, it's only 1 energy, so it's a no-brainer for me. go for the question mark node. Who knows? Maybe we'll find some cool treasure or a helpful event. Oh man, I am feeling lucky today. Let's pray at the upgrade shrine and upgrade a card. Who knows? Maybe we'll get something super OP and crush our enemies. Let's do this! Let's upgrade. It's gonna deal even more damage with all my strike cards. Time to show those enemies who's boss. Let's go for the question mark node, because who doesn't love a good mystery? Maybe we'll find some cool loot or a helpful event. Let's give this slaver a taste of its own medicine with some weakness and a solid hit. Let's smack that slaver with a good old strike. This slaver is going down fast with my twin strike. Let's add some randomness to the mix with Sword Boomerang. It's like a surprise party for the enemies. They never know who's going to get hit next. Let's take on the next monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show off my skills in battle. This slaver is hitting hard, so let's slap on some weakness and make this fight a little easier. Let's lose a bit of HP to gain some energy. Gotta keep the momentum going. Let's smack that slaver with a good old strike. Gotta whittle down that HP bar one hit at a time. Time to smack that slaver with a good old strike card and show it who's boss. Time to juice up with some energy. Gotta keep the momentum going. This slaver is going down with a double whammy of strikes. Time to show this slaver who's boss with a good old strike to the face. This is a classic move. Gotta defend myself before I can go on the offense. I'm just gonna slap down this defend card to protect myself from that slaver's weakened attack. Can't have him scratching my beautiful face. Let's throw some swords at that slaver and show them who's boss. Hey, This card is like bringing back a card from the dead. It's like having a second chance to use a powerful card again. Let's grab it and see what we can resurrect. Hey there, we're a bit beat up right now, so let's take a breather and rest to heal 30% of our max HP. We'll be back in tip-top shape in no time. Let's spice things up with some Wild Strike. It deals a good amount of damage, but watch out for that wound it shuffles into your deck. Gotta take risks to win big, right? Hey, this card is like a free block generator. Whenever I exhaust a card, I get 3 block. It's like getting a bonus for cleaning up my deck. Let's grab it. Let's shrug off the damage and draw a card. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw something to finish off this fight. This is gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me, Hexaghost. Time to strike with some wild energy. Let's pop that Seeing Red Plus for some extra juice to power through this fight. Let's give this fiery ghost a taste of my powerful strike. I'm just going to slap down some extra defense to make sure that spooky Hexaghost doesn't hurt me too much. This fiery ghost is no match for my strikes. Let's burn it down with some good old damage. Let's set these enemies on fire with some spicy breath attacks. It's like a dragon, but with less scales and more cards. Let's give this ghost a good old bash and make it regret haunting us. Let's just shrug off the damage and draw a card. Gotta keep the options open, you know? Let's lose a bit of HP to gain some energy and unleash some serious damage on this fiery ghost dude. Let's throw some swords at this fiery ghost and see if it likes the taste of steel. Alright, time to slap on some extra armor and tank those hits like a pro. Let's finish this fight with a bang and take down that fiery hexaghost with a powerful strike. Let's shrug off the damage and draw a card. Gotta keep the energy up and the hand full, you know? This ghost is about to hit me hard, so I better put up my defenses and brace for impact. Let's smack this ghost with a big hit and show it who's boss. This is a solid defensive play that also helps me cycle through my deck for more options. Plus, who doesn't love drawing extra cards? This is a risky move, but I'm feeling a bit reckless today. Let's lose some HP to gain that sweet energy boost. This is a solid play, getting some defense up while also increasing my options for the next turn with the card draw. Hey, losing 1 HP at the start of my turn is a small price to pay for drawing an extra card. Plus, it's free. Let's add some spice to this deck with brutality. Oh man, this relic is awesome. I hate discarding my hand at the end of my turn, so this will let me keep all my cards and plan out my moves better. Plus, it looks cool, like a mystical pyramid of power or something. Definitely picking this one. Let's go fight another monster. I'm on a roll and feeling strong. Let's smack that bird with a good old strike. Gotta show them who's boss. Let's just shrug it off and draw a card. Maybe we'll get something good out of it. This card is perfect for keeping my hand full and finding the right cards to deal with these pesky birds. This is going to be epic. I'm going to smash that monster with my Perfected Strike Plus and watch the damage stack up. Let's lose a bit of HP to gain some energy and really go wild with our plays this turn. This is going to be like throwing a boomerang at those birds, taking them out one by one with some style. This is going to be lit. Let's set these birds on fire with fire breathing and watch them squawk. Let's dig through the trash and find a gem to help us crush these bird enemies. This bird is about to get a double dose of pain with this Twin Strike card. Say goodbye, birdie. I'm feeling a bit lazy to strategize too much, so I'll just play Seeing Red to get that energy boost and see where it takes me. Let's give that bird a taste of my powerful strike and show them who's the boss here. This bird is going down. Time to show them who's the boss with a powerful strike. This bird is about to fly away with low health, so I'm going to give it a little push with a strike. Drawing cards is always a good idea, plus I could use the extra block. Let's see what we get. This is going to be epic. I'm going to unleash the power of my perfected strikes on that bird and show it who's boss. Let's throw some swords at that bird and hope for the best. This bird is about to fly away with my victory, but I'm going to show it who's boss with a double strike. Time to shrug off some damage and draw into more cards. This is a risky move, but I'm feeling a bit reckless today. Let's lose some HP to gain that sweet energy boost. Let's give that little birdie a good whack with this strike card and move on to the next enemy. I'm going to play this card to deal damage to the bird and try to take it out before it attacks again. This bird is about to fly away with my victory, but not on my watch. Time to strike it down with a powerful blow. I'm feeling a bit risky today, so let's go with True Grit. It gives me some block and gets rid of a random card in my hand. Who knows what will get exhausted, but that's the fun of it, right? Let's slap the looter with some clothesline action and make them feel weak and wobbly. Let's toss some cards away while building up our defense, multitasking at its finest. This card will give me the energy boost I need to play more cards and hopefully finish off these monsters quickly. Let's go! Let's give this looter a good old bash and make it regret stealing from us. Let's give that mugger a taste of our twin strike. Double the damage, double the fun. Well, looks like I got absolutely destroyed in Slay the Spire. Time to shake it off and try again, maybe with a little less potato play next time. Let's chat with Neo because, who knows, maybe she'll give us some sweet relics or buffs. Plus, I'm curious to see what she has to say. Who needs a starting relic when you can get a random boss relic? Let's spice things up with some randomness and see what we get. Let's skip this monster and head straight to the next one. I'm feeling lucky today. This cultist is about to feel the wrath of my bash. Let's make them regret crossing paths with Algoria. Let's smack the cultist with some strikes to show it who's boss. Time to give that cultist a taste of my powerful strikes. Let's show them who's boss. These cultists are getting stronger every turn. Gotta make sure I'm not taking unnecessary damage. This cultist is going down fast with this bash card. Gonna knock 'em out in no time. Hey, this card is like playing hide and seek with your deck. You can put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. It's like giving your deck a little surprise. Let's just keep the game going and hit that continue button. Ain't nobody got time for pausing here. Let's take the pain and store a card, because who doesn't love a little challenge and a chance to spice up our deck? Plus, I'm feeling adventurous today. Gotta protect myself a bit here. Can't let that jawworm take a big bite out of me. This jawworm is going down. Time to show it who's boss with a solid hit. Let's smack that jawworm with a strike card and show it who's boss. This jawworm is going down with my powerful strike card. Oh man, seeing red is such a lifesaver when you need that extra energy to play more cards in a turn. Plus, it exhausts itself, so you don't have to worry about cluttering your deck with it. Let's grab it. This louse is about to get a taste of my powerful strike. Let's see if it can handle the damage. This louse is on its last legs. Time to finish it off with a good old strike. This louse ain't gonna scratch me today. Gotta put up my defenses. Let's juice up with some energy so we can go ham on these monsters. Let's smack that pesky louse with a good old strike and show it who's boss. Oh man, Heavy Blade is like the big brother of all attack cards. It gets stronger the more buffed up you are. Let's add some muscle to this deck. Let's see what's behind the question mark. Maybe it's a cool event or some sweet loot. This slime is about to get bashed. Let's make it vulnerable and hit it hard. This slime is about to get a taste of my powerful strike. Let's see if it can handle it. Let's play this card to gain some block and protect ourselves from incoming damage. Time to bring down the hammer with heavy blade on that spike slime. Let's crush it! Let's juice up with some energy before we go ham on these slimes. This acid slime S is looking a bit slimy, so I'm going to smack it with a strike to show it who's boss. This slime is about to get bashed and vulnerable. Double trouble. Let's smack that slimy boy with a good old strike to get rid of it quickly. This slime is about to get a taste of my powerful strike. Let's take it down before it causes any trouble. I'm going to play this card because it's the best option. Oh man, Rage is awesome. It gives me block whenever I play an attack, which is perfect for my aggressive playstyle. Let's add this to the deck. Let's go for the question mark node because I'm feeling lucky today. Maybe I'll get something cool or funny. Who knows? Upgrade 2 random cards? More like upgrade 2 random chances for epic combos. Let's do this. Let's go take on that elite. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. Time to bring down the hammer with this heavy blade on Lagavulin. Let's show this monster who's boss. This card will give me the energy boost I need to unleash a flurry of attacks on Lagavulin. This is a classic move, just gonna smack the Lagavulin with a Strike Plus card to bring it closer to defeat. Time to get pumped up and block those incoming hits with some rage-induced defense. Let's smash Lagavulin with this heavy blade and show it who's boss. This Lagavulin guy is going down. Time to bash him and make him vulnerable for even more pain. Time to give Lagavulin a taste of my powerful strikes and bring it closer to defeat. This big guy needs a little wake-up call, so I'm gonna hit him with a good old strike to get things rolling. Time to put up my defenses and show Lagavulin that I'm not an easy target. Let's give Lagavulin a taste of our powerful strikes and show it who's boss. This is a no-brainer. Gotta defend myself before Lagavulin hits me with a big attack. Time to give Lagavulin a taste of my powerful strikes and show it who's boss. This Lagavulin guy needs a taste of my upgraded strike. Let's smack Lagavulin with a bash to make it easier to take down later. This card is perfect for beefing up my defenses while also dealing damage. It's like getting a shield and a sword at the same time. This big guy needs a little love tap to speed up the process of kicking its butt. Oh man, Warcry is such a cool card. Drawing a card and putting one back on top of the draw pile can set up some awesome combos. Plus, it's free to play. Let's add it to the deck. Let's smash that fungi beast with a heavy blade plus, because it's gonna hurt real bad. Let's smack that fungi beast with the headbutt plus, and then bring back a useful card from the discard pile. Time to show these mushrooms who's boss. This card is perfect for setting up some defense while also dealing damage. Plus, who doesn't love a little rage boost? This is a great setup for my next turn, drawing me an extra card and ensuring I have a good card ready to go on top of my draw pile. This mushroom dude is going down. Time to show him my striking skills and take him out. Well, looks like the spire slayed me this time. Time for a snack break, and then we'll try again. No worries. Let's go for some chit-chat with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some cool buffs or something, who knows? Let's keep it interesting. Oh man, enemies with 1 HP in the next 3 combats? That's like playing on easy mode. Let's breeze through these battles and show them who's boss. Let's go straight into the action and take on the monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to slay some spire creatures. Let's give that cultist a good old bash to the face and make it regret crossing paths with me. Hey, rage is like a free block every time you play an attack. Plus, it's 0 cost, so why not add some defense to our deck? Let's smack that spike slime with some bash action. Make it easier to squish. This slime is barely holding on, so I'm going to finish it off with a good old strike. Oh man, Armaments is such a versatile card. Not only does it give you some block, but it also upgrades a card in your hand for the rest of combat. Talk about value. Time to finish off that pesky bug with a good old strike. Adios, louse. Time to squash that bug with a good old strike card. Adios, louse. Hey, Shrug It Off is a great card to add some defense and draw a card. Can't go wrong with that combo. Let's go check out that question mark node. Who knows what kind of cool stuff we might find there? Maybe a new relic or some sweet upgrades? Let's go for Carnage. It's a high damage attack that can help us take down tough enemies quickly. Plus, it's ethereal, so we don't have to worry about it clogging up our deck if we draw it at the wrong time. Time to dish out some serious pain. Let's go for the Wild Strike. It deals a solid 12 damage, and even though it shuffles a wound into our deck, the extra damage output is worth it. Time to unleash some chaos. Let's beef up our defenses and make our cards stronger at the same time. Double win. Time to finish off that sneaky gremlin with a big hit from Strike Plus and move on to the next target. Let's give that mad gremlin a good bash and make it regret messing with us. Let's get angry and build up some block while we're at it. Let's go wild with this strike and shuffle a wound into the enemy's draw pile. Let's smash that wizard with a big hit from Carnage. Gotta take out the big threats first. Let's smack that sneaky gremlin with a bash and make it regret messing with us. Let's just shrug off the damage and draw a card. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw into something to finish off these pesky gremlins. Time to bring down the hammer with Carnage on that vulnerable, sneaky gremlin and show it who's boss! Time to smack that gremlin wizard with some good old strikes and show it who's boss. Oh man, Rage is such a fun card to play with. It's like getting free block every time you attack. Plus it's 0 cost, so why not add a little chaos to the mix? Let's rage on. This is a no-brainer. Gotta play Rage to beef up my defenses and smack down Lagavulin. Let's hit Lagavulin with a wild strike. Gotta show this monster who's boss. Let's smack Lagavulin with some strikes and show it who's boss. Let's smack Lagavulin with a strike card to show it who's boss and bring it closer to defeat. Let's give Lagavulin a good old bash to speed things up and show him who's boss. Let's beef up our defenses and make our cards even stronger for the rest of this brawl. Time to get buffed and tough. This card is perfect for setting up some defense while also dealing damage. It's like getting a shield and a sword at the same time. Well, looks like the spire slayed me this time. Time to grab some snacks and try again. Let's go! Let's chat with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some sweet relics or a cool event. Plus, who doesn't love a good gossip session with a mystical being? Oh man, enemies with 1 HP in the next 3 combats? That's like playing on easy mode. I'll take that for sure. Gotta get those easy wins, you know? Let's start this off with a bang and take on the first monster. Gotta show them who's boss from the get-go. Time to bash that cultist and make it regret joining this fight. Hey, drawing cards is always a good thing, right? Plus, it's a power card, so it'll keep working for me throughout the battle. Let's grab it. This slime is about to get squished by my powerful strike. Bye-bye, little slime. Let's finish off that slimy fella with a good old strike card. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's just shrug off the enemy attacks like they're nothing and draw a card while we're at it. Can't go wrong with extra block and card draw. This jaw worm is about to feel the wrath of my bash. Let's make it regret crossing paths with me. Oh man, dropkick is awesome. It deals damage and lets me draw a card if the enemy is vulnerable. It's like a 2-for-1 deal. I'm definitely grabbing this card. Let's give this slime a taste of my sword. Time to show it who's boss with a good old strike. This acid slime is getting on my nerves. Time to show it who's boss with a good old strike. Let's dropkick this acid slime and hopefully draw a card for some extra options. Drawing cards is like opening presents. You never know what you're gonna get. Let's give that acid slime a good old bash and make it regret sliming around here. Let's shrug off this slime's attacks and see what card we draw next. Gotta keep the energy up. Time to give that acid slime a taste of my strike. Let's show it who's boss. Time to put up my defenses and show this slime what I'm made of. Gotta stay safe and sound, you know? Gotta protect myself from that slimy acid slime. Can't let it ruin my day. Let's smack that slimy dude with a good old strike. Gotta start somewhere, right? Time to give that slimy acid slime a taste of my sword. Let's see if it can handle my striking moves. I'm just gonna slap down some defense and hope for the best. Can't let those slimes get the best of me. Let's smack that slimy monster with a good old strike to show it who's boss. Time to give that acid slime a taste of its own medicine with a good old strike. These slimy monsters are no match for my defensive skills. Time to block that damage like a pro. This is a perfect opportunity to deal damage and potentially draw another card, so let's go for it. Gotta get rid of that slimy troublemaker before it causes any more mischief. Time to strike it down. I'm just gonna slap down this defend card real quick to protect myself from those pesky acid slimes. Can't have them sliming all over me, right? Time to put up my defenses and show these slimes who's boss. This slime is going down fast with a double dose of Bash Invulnerable. Time to give that slimy monster a taste of my powerful strikes. Let's knock it out. Let's just shrug it off and draw a card. Gotta stay protected and ready for whatever this slime throws at us next. Just gotta beef up my defenses a bit here. Can't be taking too many hits. Let's kick this slime to the curb and hopefully get a bonus card out of it. Time to smack that slimy monster with a good old strike card and show it who's boss. Let's shrug off the slime and draw into something good. Can't go wrong with extra defense and a bonus card. Let's smack that slimy boy with a good old strike to get rid of it fast. Let's give that acid slime a good bash and show it who's boss. Hey, this card is awesome. Whenever a card gets its exhausted, I get 3 block. That's like free defense every time I play a card and exhaust it. Definitely adding this to my deck. Let's hit up that question mark node. Who knows, maybe we'll find some cool loot or a helpful event. Let's just shrug off the damage and draw a card. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw something to finish off these louses. Let's keep the cards flowing and see what else we can draw into to crush these louses. Let's go for the drop kick to deal damage and potentially draw a card, setting up for a strong next turn. I'm going to play defend to gain some block and prepare for the incoming damage. Let's bash that louse and make it vulnerable for some extra damage next turn. This is the perfect time to shrug off the enemy's attacks and draw into some more powerful cards. Let's beef up our defenses and see what else we can pull off. Let's smack that vulnerable louse for some damage. This louse is going down. I'm going to hit it with dropkick and hopefully draw into something good. This card will help me block some incoming damage and potentially draw into a better card for my next turn. Time to give that louse a good whack with a strike card and hopefully take it out in one hit. This louse is on its last legs, time to give it the final blow with a good old strike. These little louses may be tiny, but they can pack a punch. Gotta make sure I'm well defended against their attacks. Let's play defend to gain some block and mitigate the incoming damage from the louse. Let's smack that louse with drop kick and see if we can get lucky with a card draw. Hey, this card is like a little boost every time I take a hit. It's like turning lemons into lemonade, but with strength. Let's kick things up a notch with drop kick and hopefully get a bonus card draw while we're at it. I'm going to play Dark Embrace because I love drawing cards, and it's like getting a bonus every time I exhaust a card. Time to shrug off the stress and gain some block. Maybe I'll even draw something good. This is going to be a classic move, hitting the weakest link to take it down. Time to put up my defenses and tank those hits like a pro. Let's go for the kill and take down the monster with the lowest HP. Let's shrug off the damage and draw a card, because who doesn't love a good multitasking move? I'm going to flex my power and gain some extra block every time a card gets exhausted. Can't go wrong with that. Let's smack that first sentry with a strike. Gotta start chipping away at those HP. Let's smack that sentry with a strike card and show them who's boss. This sentry is looking a bit too healthy for my liking, so I'm going to smack it with a strike and bring it down a notch. Well, looks like I got absolutely destroyed in Slay the Spire. Time to brush it off and try again, maybe with a little less potato play next time. Potato plays, Slay the Spire fail. Thank you all for joining me today on my Slay the Spire stream. I had a blast playing with you all, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow for more content. Until next time, this is Algoria Nova, signing